One last question, if I may. The other day at the Theosophical Society, you mentioned you'd met some scientists, or they had explained that you can put consciousness into water. The idea was that if you say good and you have the right instrument, so that means then, if the human being could see that, then he could understand his cause and effect in the environment.
Yeah. Especially if you look nowadays, if he has, the scholar tell him that Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasudeva explains for this age, very special age. There is just whatever auspicious you think in mind, even if you're not performing this, you can get benefit, same benefit, though you are not performing.
There is a connection.
Yeah. But unauspicious things, bad things, when you perform, then it can affect your life.
But if no performance...
But this is very nice, So the thing, but my point is this, to think in mind, auspicious thing, it's working. So when we say that good, then molecular changing. The Lord's desire. You can see this many neuroscience.
Yes.
Nowadays also, they agree that if before they are not agree, but now they look with the microscope machine that electron, molecular, all they are moving according to the desire of observer. So
that's very significant.
Very significant.
That's almost like the image in a mirror.
Yeah.
That only the observer is seeing their own image.
Yeah.
So we can actually affect our environment by intention.
Intention, yeah. So there are many ways you can see. If our intents are proper, if you conceive child, then God's child will come to us with proper intention. If your intention for sex desire and conceiving child, it creates a lot of violence in society.
Yes.
What is going on now? So first of all, as a human being, we have to establish with pious intention. Then everything can pass. When everything passes, there is no violence, no conflict, no fighting. Most important. As a human being, I think we have to establish it, start to establish it. We lost it. We had, now we lost it.
Yes.
Suppose you have that books, Nanu Deshti, Kaling Samrat, Saranga Bhuga Sarvabhug, that Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, you can show him that. Very nice. That if you look what I'm telling you, that's Vasudeva how he explained. Parikshit Maharaj, that's what Bhagavatam says, Parikshit Maharaj, he can kill Kali Samrat. He can kill Kali.
Acha, yes.
But he is not killing.
Because he's a pure king.
A pure king not, actually he's just like a bees. Bees going to the flower, to only honey, not anything.
Acha.
So Parikshit Maharaj knew the essence of this age, Kali Yuga. People have benefit just to think auspicious thing, they can get the benefit, the auspicious thing, even they are not performing auspicious. So this age is very special age. Just to think, and then you can have. Give it to him.
Chapter 18, correct?
Chapter 18, slok number 7, first canto. Verse number 7. Ready?
Thank you. Maharaj Parikshit was a realist.
So first to chant this verse.
Nanu tvisti kalim
Samrat
saranga
Saranga Bhuko Saranga Eva Sarabhuk
kusalani asu sidyanti. Sidyanti.
Anyway, let's read the meaning.
I apologize. Maharaj Parikshit was a realist, like the bees who only accept the essence of a flower. He knew perfectly well that in this age of Kali, auspicious things produce good effects immediately, whereas inauspicious acts must be actually performed to render effects. So he was never envious to the personality of Kali.
So Parikshit Maharaj, he knew that. He can kill Kali, but he keep alive, he was for benefit. He's real well-wisher to all living beings.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you for that. Perfect. That is very nice. Did you actually get to see the microscope, or they were just telling you?
Who?
You didn't actually see some visual of how the molecules would change. They were just telling the scientist.
Yeah.
There's actually one documentary I have, Maharaj, all about this. I can give it to you if you like.
Yeah.
You know what the bleep?
Yes, I've
What the
got
bleep
that.
do we know?
I'm trying to make something similar based around bhakti. But I'm also using some high order scientists who are proving this. What they're saying, the new scientists are saying we have to create a new hygiene, which is cleanliness. Then they say we have to...
But you have to know this nowadays scientists, out of ego, what they creating, that create a lot of trouble. Now it looks the chemical, all river,
they're all
polluted
finished.
because of chemical. Now they realize we made mistake.
Yes.
So it's very difficult to understand. We should not blindly believe all scientists if they are not accepting Lord.
Yes.
I think if they create anything by the blessings of Lord, then it can be helpful. That creation can be helpful forever.
Yes.
For our society. But look, it looks like they are creating out of their passion. Therefore, that create a lot of violence in society, a lot of problem in society.
Yes, when Robert Oppenheimer, when he built the nuclear bomb, he said, "I have become death." So it's a misquote of the Srimad Bhagavatam, "Death I am, destroyer of worlds," or Bhagavad Gita. So when he made the bomb, He also said, if 1,000 suns were to rise at the same time, they wouldn't compare to this, the bomb. So he's using Bhagavatam to misquote. Instead of recognizing Krishna, he's recognizing the energy of a destructive weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he said, oh, now I've become death.
Yeah.
Science misused.
Science misusing the free will, what Lord gave us, and avoiding Lord's blessings.
Yes.
By the blessings of Lord, they have intelligence, but they are using their intelligence for establishing the ego and destroying earth.
Maharaj, you're just finishing a world tour, going to South Africa, then back to India. When you travel around the world, do you ever see or hear things that are old Vedic culture, sort of coming through the ages, just elements, trace elements?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
Well, when you're traveling, do you see any evidences that the Vedic culture was once global?
Many things. Everything is connected with Vedic culture.
Yes.
If you look, everyone, they nowadays, if you look, every places, like if you go to Africa, they believe God, but God's form was they believe, and it was black. That God form black, black. But if you look at their culture, almost the same, more or less, due to the association. It is little changes, but if you look at their past,
yes,
it was same, Vedic, their connection with Vedas.
Yes, I think that the country Kenya is a mispronunciation of Kania.
Kanaya's Kanya. Really?
Therefore, Kilimanjaro would be Kaliman.
Really?
Yeah. There is a mountain range there called Unguru Mountains.
Uh-huh.
So everywhere I look at the map and I see, for instance, Lake Victoria was called Lake Nyasa. Before the British came, it was called Nyasa, which is a Vedic word, Sanskrit word. Even the word Nile is actually the Sanskrit word blue, Nila.
Really?
The Nile River used to be called the Great Krishna River. So there's 3 Niles. There's the Blue Nile. We're saying blue in English, then we're saying blue in Sanskrit. Blue, then Nila, Nile. The other 2 colours of the river were black and white. Black Nile and the White Nile. So for me, I think one might be towards Lord Balaram even, in that maybe. We don't know, so many thousands years ago.
But anyway, people's behavior, if you look, then you can see there's a connection with the Vedic culture, Vedic language. Many language you can see similarity. I can give one example.
We're all ears.
Like a bazaar.
Bazaar, yes.
Yeah? In Russian language, there's a bazaar, means market, English for market. In our language, bazaar also, market. Even this Portugal language, also bazaar.
Which language?
Portugal.
Portuguese.
Bazaar. The connection is there. Just we lost the connection, we don't know.
Yes.
Just if you look this history of creation, then you can see Maharaj Uttanpad, he was king of whole world.
Maharaj Uttanpad.
Yeah. Also Parikshit Maharaj,
Yes.
also same.
Yes.
But because of the power politics, we become divided after that.
Yes.
You can see in India. India before Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India. In my life I saw.
Yes.
Now they have 4 countries.
So even Afghanistan, that was only annexed by the British and the Russians.
Yeah.
So that was part of
You
India.
can see the China. Like yesterday, I saw this culture of China. Forcefully, the government, present government, they want to make them like communist.
Yes, no religion.
But internally, if you look there, go inside, you can see people doesn't like. People like to be connected to the Lord. They believe God.
Yes. Absolutely.
So they all have same but in different mold. They are representing their faith. But base, I think everything from Vedas.
Very good. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Lakshmi. 1 hour, 40 minutes.
Really?
That's transcendence. That's the time stops. See, I have some scientist friends, and they are proving scientifically what the Vaishnava is saying philosophically.
Really?
Yes, they're saying you have to have diet, you have to have yoga, and you have to have environment, and you have to have pure principle in your heart and mind to connect the two. And then you can get what you're looking for. So what I'm saying though is the scientist doesn't include Krishna. But they're respectful, but soon they will respect Krishna because that's who they're looking for.
Yeah.
Soon they will find.
You can also make sense that the conclusion that we have also diet, like a car. And diet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good fuel.
Good for the diet. Then nice driver is attention.
Yes.
Huh? You can make some think about that.
Yes. It means that you have to have. Now the car is a beautiful example.
Yeah.
Because when we're in a car, we're in the driver's seat. We're in the now.
Yeah.
Our future is in through the windscreen, and our past is in the mirrors. So if we're driving in the road, we've got to look forward to the future. We have to stay in the now, being the driver.
Move the past the mirror.
Don't look in the past all the time, because you will crash. So if we're trying to be in the now, but we're looking in the mirror, accident. We only look in the mirror to see who else is on the same journey, travelling at a different speed. And the only other reason you look in the mirror is to look into your past. Do you understand?
Perfect example.
Thank you. So the saying is good air, good fuel, good air to mixture for the spark. So when will you come back to Australia? Next year.
Next month probably.
This is your first trip to Australia. And Lakshman has looked after you nicely?
Yeah,
Trying
he's
my
doing
best.
his best. I feel it is more than my expectation.
Maharaj
What is
is
doing?
looking after me.
That is father-son relationship.
Some more?
Prakash, तुम्हारा कुछ पता है कि
मनु
जब 5 प्रिंसिपल बताया
हम लोग स्कूल में पढ़े थे, सोशियोलॉजी एक सब्जेक्ट था। मनु
तुम तो अभी तो तुम ऐसे ही रिसर्च हो ना, ह्यूमन रिसर्च,
ह्यूमन
रिसोर्स। देखो तुम्हारे तो अच्छा है ना, क्या तुमने देखा कि हमारा देखा जो इसलिए हम तो एक तो भक्तों को भेजा था।
मुझे इसमें से एक बात समझ नहीं है कि आप एक सच के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, वो कौन सा सच है? मतलब सच्चाई के बारे में बोल रहे थे आप?
मतलब
2 टाइप के सच होते, सच एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ करके।
ओह या रिलेटिव ट्रूथ, एब्सोल्यूट,
वो मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा।
मतलब